So how would you like to proceed on the issue of attorney?
I'll represent myself.
All right, Deputy, if you have him sign a waiver for each of those case numbers.
What email you have? I think he might have another email. My email is Angela Williams at iCloud.
No, that I'm talking over you for a reason. We're on live, if you know what that means. This is YouTube, so it gets blasted all over the world.
Do I have warrants or?
You're gonna have a warrant if you don't show up here Wednesday.
Okay, I understand that I will be there. Do I have warrants now?
I'm telling you, you've got to be here at the courthouse, this courthouse, Wednesday at 9 a.m. You better not just do your best. You better be here, or I will send the sheriff or his designee. In other words, I will put a warrant out for you if you don't show up.
Yes, ma'am.
Jacob Desmond Strong, operating a motor vehicle without ignition interlock as required after DUI and unsafe turning or stopping. And when you were here, let's see, July 3rd, you were told you could either hire an attorney or apply for court appointed. My docket notes aren't adding up. He has another case apparently in Butler County. Mr. Regier, my docket notes are not making a whole lot of sense to me. What do you have?
I have.
One moment, Your Honor.
So I have another case.
Now hold on, that's what it says.
I've never the only one I believe to have is the one I'm here on now. I've never been made aware of any other case.
According to the docket notes, they told you to call Lori Mann at the sheriff's office, but let's see what Mr. Regier has.
Your Honor, I am showing another case involving the same defendant, 23 TR 300061. It would appear that in that matter, there was there has not yet been a successful first appearance owing to the defendant's failure to appear last month on the 17th.
Well, there you have it, sir. I see you've got a fairly long, oh my, yes, you've got a long history in the state system from Sedgwick County to whatever, RS, CQ, that's probably Chautauqua, Butler. All right, so what's the status of it? Is there an active warrant on it? Let me see.
This is the first I'm hearing about any of this. I was if I was mistaken, because I do keep tracks. I have my notebook with me. I've always taken notes. I believe that I had a case.
Mr. Strong, where do you have to go to court next today?
Bartlesville.
Bartlesville, is it by Zoom also?
No, in person.
Where are you located right now?
Bartlesville, Oklahoma.
All right, is that where you're living right now?
Yes.
I'm going to order that you be here in person Wednesday at 9 a.m. In person at the courthouse, Wednesday, 9 a.m.
This Wednesday?
This Wednesday.
Okay.
Kansas.
Okay. I will try to do my best. So is there some things I need to be made aware of? Do I have warrants or?
You're gonna have a warrant if you don't show up here Wednesday.
Okay, I understand that I will be there. Do I have warrants now?
I'm telling you, you've got to be here at the courthouse. I don't know how many warrants you have or don't have. I see you've got a long history, but I'm telling you that you have got to be here at this courthouse Wednesday at 9 a.m. You better not just do your best. You better be here, or I will send the sheriff or his designee. In other words, I will put a warrant out for you if you don't show up.
Yes, ma'am.
And if you want to apply for an attorney, you might contact the clerk after you get through with court. You said your court in Bartlesville is 1 o'clock?
Yes.
Well, I don't want you to miss that, because then you'll get another warrant if between that and what I will issue, you're going to be staying in jail. So get to Bartlesville Court.
Okay.
What's the name of that court? Is that a city court, a state court, district court?
It's just the one in the city, I believe.
The city court in what town? Bartlesville?
Yeah. So I don't mean to interrupt or be rude. In regards to my case, I was continued last time that I'd seen you on Zoom to show proof of a license. I have got all of my tickets paid. I am waiting for the courts to process those papers to the DMV or the Division of Driving, so that way I could display that to you.
If you want to continue to represent yourself, you're welcome to do that. If you want an attorney, you're welcome to hire one. If you cannot afford to hire an attorney, as you've been told before, as on July 3rd, you can contact the clerk of the district court and ask for an application, and they can send you one. But I'd like for you to have that done by Wednesday so you can have representation when you show up Wednesday. If you want representation, you may do fine without representation. It's your call to make. But right now, I'm worried about you getting in trouble with that court in Bartlesville. I think maybe for some reason, I think I've started being more concerned about it than you have. So what's your charge, sir?
No, I can tell you.
What's your charge in Bartlesville?
Charge with you guys?
Excuse me?
I have I was already sentenced. It's in regards to a charge that I had took maybe 2 years ago now, I believe. It is called grand larceny.
Okay. Well, if it's grand larceny, that suggests felony, doesn't it? So it'd be in district court?
Yes.
All right. Well, I better let you go then, but you be back here. And I want you in person at the courthouse in El Dorado, 9 a.m. Wednesday this week, August 28th.
Okay.
So don't get yourself in any more trouble down there in Bartlesville.
I will not. I just hope I'm not in any more trouble than what I am with you guys.
What's your address down there?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Anything further, Mr. Regier?
2 points, Your Honor. Does the court consider itself on the record in the 2024 case only, and is the court only intending on taking up the 2024 case at the Wednesday setting?
Let's put that 20. You do have another case, Mr. Strong, and I'm going to put that 2024 TR. Now let's hold off on that. Right now, I'm just going to take up the 23 TR for now. And then if he shows up like I've told him to, then we can address the other one too, and get them both resolved in one hearing.
If the court is only on the docket for today and at this point, Wednesday on the 2024 case, my office is satisfied, Your Honor.
All right.
What do I need to do to find out more information about this other case? Because I have not been made aware of any other case when I've made calls and asked and wrote down in my notebooks.
Well, we'll take that up Wednesday if we need to. All right.
Okay.
Sir, you better get to court. You said it's an in-person court?
Yeah.
You better get going.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. We'll be in recess.
All right. Have a good day.
You too. We are on the record, or we will be when he shows up. Hello, sir. We are on the record in 2024 TR 1676, State of Kansas versus Jacob Dasmond Strong.
If I may interject, I believe I've had one appearance with you on Zoom that was, I believe, was very successful. The second one was, I believe, the 26th, which was Monday, about a day or two ago. And we didn't really get to quite discuss where things are in the process of this, because there was a case that I was not aware of, and I believe you were not aware of from the first time. And I did go ahead and get that took care of yesterday when I had tried to call or ask or communicate with you what the case was, where the ticket resided, what the warrant was. I ended up finding it, and I ended up turning myself in on my own accordances to lift those warrants and to lift all of those matters as far as it goes with Chautauqua and with you guys. I have all of my paperwork in regards to my bonds, and right now, what I was trying to explain that other time, I have paid all of my tickets. I am right now just waiting for the courts to send a piece of paper over so that way I can have it processed to go to the DMV or the driver's revenue, whichever route they may be, so that way I can present a license to you. And I believe that was the agreement that I had tried to actually speak with you about from the first appearance before all of this took place.
Yeah, you were trying to make an agreement with me, and I don't generally make agreements. That's usually the prosecutor that negotiates pleas. But Destiny, could you check the docket note and see if that says the 27th and it should have said the 26th? Seems like that happened on Monday.
It did.
And this,
Yes, Judge, it was Monday's hearing.
okay, so if you could fix that date in my notes. All right, so, and you said you freely turned yourself in, and that is good because you did have an active warrant on, I believe, this case. But let's go through and let's get an inventory of what you do have going on here in Butler. Thank you for appearing in person, as I told you to do. All right, so Destiny, Mr. Regier, let's see. We've added one case today for Mr. Strong, or maybe it was already here, and that is this 24 TR 1676 that we had on Monday. But then, don't we have the other one pending too that he referenced?
Your Honor, the state's understanding is there is another Butler County case involving the same defendant, 23 TR 300061. It would appear that there was a prior failure to appear back in July. However, I am showing an appearance bond recently executed in that matter for a hearing date in November. Specifically November 27th, there does appear to be a 2,500 professional surety bond.
And is that the one did he just do that one yesterday or today?
The bond that I'm showing in that case appears to have an execution date of August 26th, 2 days ago. Similarly, in the current case, 24 TR 1676, which is actually on the docket today, I am showing prior appearance bond in that case for April 21st. That was executed back in April 21st for an appearance date in July.
All right, so as he said, he promptly took care of the warrant in this one. Let's take up both of those either today or both of them in November.
I would love to take up both of them, please, to put them behind me.
You want to take them both up today?
Yes.
Are you wanting an attorney to represent you in either of these cases?
I don't know if that is what I should do. What I was hoping, if I am allowed to without overstepping my boundaries, if I could have one continuance to come back with a license and proof of an eviction interlock. Now that the license is actually going to be freed, I believe this week or the next, because the cases I had holding up my license, causing it to be suspended, I have zeroed all of those balances, and I do have those receipts on my phone. I can email them to whatever court or DA that needs them to show that I am taking the proper steps to get back on that track of getting my license and going the proper way of getting the interlock, because driving is not a right, it is a privilege. And I would like to be able to atone for that matter and show that I am better than who I was before.
Mr. Strong, it's up to you whether you have an attorney represent you in either or both of these cases, as we are on the record in both 24 TR 1676 and 23 TR 300061. You can either hire an attorney or you can apply.
Representing yourself can feel like taking control, especially after clearing warrants and bonds. But this is where sovereign citizen-style self-belief often crashes into procedure. He is now facing misdemeanor exposure without trained counsel beside him.
Court appointed, or you can waive your right and represent yourself. So how would you like to proceed on the issue of attorney?
I'll represent myself.
All right, Deputy, if you have him sign a waiver for each of those case numbers, and I will have the record reflect that you are knowingly and voluntarily waiving your right to counsel. Again, on the record in both oral and written fashion. Looking first at the 2023 TR 300061. Looks like this was first appearance, sir. In this case, you're charged with count 1 speeding, 68 and a 55. This is a traffic infraction. It does not carry jail time, but it is a scheduled fine. Then in count 3, the ignition interlock operating without the required ignition interlock device following a DUI is a Class A misdemeanor. If convicted, your fine could be up to $2,500. Your sentence could be up to a year in the county jail. The date of these offenses is alleged to have been October 13th, 2023 in Butler County. And then in the other case, the 24 TR 1676, this is the one that we were here on Monday about. And we did set this over. You did tell me July 3rd you were going to hire an attorney or apply for court appointed. Then today, you're telling me and are waiving your right to counsel. Now, how do you want to proceed on this case? This newer case is also ignition interlock and unsafe turning. Class A misdemeanor and the infraction with a fine only.
If I may, could I proceed further if allowed to? A continuance so I can come back and present the license in an interlock.
All right. I will set this over to a Wednesday. And what date is that? November
20th, Your Honor.
Okay, be back here in person November 20th at 9 a.m. And since you're representing yourself and you're wanting to negotiate, and I don't negotiate these things, you'll need to contact the county attorney, and their number is 316-321-6999. And it appears that Jared Regier is the prosecutor on these cases. Now, whether he will negotiate with you, talk to you, that's between you and him. But that's where I'm going to leave it at this time, sir. You'll be, if you're not on bond in both of these, and I think you are, I think you had warrants and you turned yourself in. So you signed a bond in both these cases, sir, or not?
Yes, ma'am. I have the paperwork right in front of me. I can print it off, leave copies with whoever.
Just show it to the deputy and he'll be satisfied if they're legitimate.
And also he took care of a Chautauqua County warrant also yesterday.
Oh, very good. Very good.
I had no knowledge of these things. I believe when I had spoke with the clerk, they had said something about his system had crashed. I don't know. However, I was not going to allow there to be any excuses or any holes for leaks. And I do not believe in stepping in places or putting my foot where I can't see, basically. And so that is why I went ahead and did that. When I got to the jail, I did not know that I had that second warrant. I went there on the first one because naturally, when I had spoke with you and asked these questions, I didn't really get much from you. So I took it upon myself to search it out. And
well, when it comes to warrants, the law's kind of picky about how you release information about warrants. So that may be why you got some uncertainty and unclarity from different agencies.
like you guys say, honesty is the best policy, right?
Well, I don't know who you reference to, but
Judge, I was told earlier by my control that everything was taken care of with him.
okay. Well, it sounds like it is. So I'm going to release you at this time on your bonds and make sure you comply with them and be back here November 20th at 9 a.m.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you may go, sir, unless Mr. Regier has anything further.
Your Honor, if the court is setting both these cases to the November 20th date, I believe the court had made certain orders concerning the defendant appearing in person at the next hearing. Is that at the Sally Port?
At the courthouse, and then wherever the courthouse security designates it.
Very good, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
We'll be back here.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
You may go,
Thank you,
sir.
Your Honor,
Thank you.
and I hope you have a good day.
Thank you. I hope you do as well.
Mr. Regier, I will be in touch with you, and I hope you have a good day as well.
Good afternoon. The 14B District Court is now in session. My name is Eran, Washington, and I'm the judge that will be presiding over this session. The court will call the case of the State of Michigan versus Angela Weems, case number 18S00126, as well as 21W0013666.
Good morning, Judge. Kyle Burdell for the state.
Paul Barnett on behalf of the township.
Mr. Weems?
Mr. Williams here and proper persona.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Bannis, I've called the cases already.
Thank you, Your Honor. Andrew Bannis. I'm sorry, I had to download Zoom on my computer for some reason. Andrew Bannis on behalf of Mr. Weems for the show cause hearing in the state case.
Thank you. I'm going to address the show. Well, the PD still represents you in the other case, sir. I have not allowed them to withdraw. So first, on the show cause case from 2018, when Mr. Weems was here last time, I indicated that the court had waived out fines and costs in that particular case. Judge Pope did that back on June 6, 2019. However, he did not waive the restitution, which is why Mr. Weems is back here today, because the clerks explained to me and advised me that the court did not waive the restitution because the court can't waive the restitution. So the court has no ability to do so. What I am going to do, since this case is so old and we have not been able to collect, is I'm going to do a judgment of restitution for this so that it can be pursued through the victims of this case. So this court will no longer be collecting on the restitution.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So I will sign the writ of restitution as to that. I mean, the judgment of restitution as to that case.
Thank you.
Mr. Bannis, I think that's the only reason you were here, as well as Mr. Burdell. Is that correct?
I believe so, Judge.
Right. So that matter is resolved, and then we're dealing with the motion to dismiss and the motion to suppress as to the stop on the township case.
Okay. Permission to leave the court?
Permission is granted.
Thank you. Have a good day, everyone.
Thank you. Permission is
Judge.
granted by Mr. Burdell. All right, on to the 21W1366. Today is the time that we had scheduled for a motion hearing and evidentiary arguments with respect to the motion to suppress in this case.
That's correct, Your Honor. I did attempt to reach out to Mr. Weems via the email address that I had, and I think Mr. Bannis also was assisting with a different email address. What I'm seeking to do is adjourn the evidentiary hearing. Deputy Garlick is the deputy who did the traffic stop in this case. She's actually out of the state in Washington, D.C. this week, is not available. So unfortunately, I didn't hear back from Mr. Weems, but that's my request, is to adjourn to a new date when Deputy Garlick can be present.
All right, when did you send Mr. Weems the request?
I sent him 2 emails. Hold on. I sent him one on May 9 and May 12. May 9th, I sent him, well, actually, and I wrote him a letter with my response. the first I asked for the adjournment was May 9, and then I followed up again on May 12th.
Thank you. Mr. Williams?
Your Honor, I'd like to file for dismissal without the complainant being.
Mr. Williams, first of all, if I were to grant your motion, the first thing the prosecutor gets to do is reauthorize the case, and then you end up getting arrested on this particular charge again. So it's a motion, any dismissal is without prejudice. But secondly, my first question is, did you get his request to adjourn this case on May 9th?
No, I don't know I don't know what email you have. I think you might have another email. My email is AngelaWeems@iCloud.
No, I'm talking over you for a reason. We're on live, if you know what that means. This is YouTube, so it gets blasted all over the world. I don't think you want the world to know your YouTube address, so that's why I talked over you. So I don't know if you could hear what he said his email was.
It didn't sound like the one I have.
Okay.
From what I heard so far.
Okay.
I want to dismiss though, Your Honor.
I heard your request, sir. I did.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So, Mr. Barnett, with respect to, when did you find out that that Deputy Garlick would not be available for today's hearing?
I believe it was the end of the prior week. So I believe the first email I sent to him was on Monday, and I believe I heard the week prior to that when I reached out to Deputy Garlick to let her know about the hearing date. And I believe it was Thursday or Friday of that week.
Mr. Williams, do you have a valid license yet?
Yes, I do.
Can you confirm that, Your Honor? Do you have the SOS record?
1 second, I'll get that.
I actually got a road test in a couple of days. I just paid my my last few tickets a couple of weeks ago when they gave me my license.
We're checking it out on Secretary of State's right now.
Yes, ma'am.
It'll take me just one moment, please. Yes, I can confirm that he has a valid license.
Thank you, Your Honor. Given that, I'm going to move to dismiss the case.
All right. This case is dismissed, Mr. Williams. You're muted, sir. I muted you because I didn't want your mother's conversation and your conversation to be broadcast all over YouTube. You can hit the unmute button. Can you hit that button so you can mute?
Oh, okay. I was saying thank you, and I appreciate it. I haven't had my license since I was 18, and they took me through a whole lot to get it.
Well, congratulations on getting your license, Mr. Williams. We're very glad that you are valid. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank Mr. Barnett as well. All right. Thank you, sir. Take care.
You too.
All right. Bye-bye. Have a great weekend.
These hearings show the same lesson from two different roads. In the Kansas case, the defendant kept trying to solve legal problems one piece at a time. Tickets paid, warrants cleared, license restored, asking for another continuance. Each step sounded reasonable by itself. But courts judged the full pattern: missed appearances, multiple counties, repeated driving issues, and whether promises are followed by action. That is how small delays become larger exposure. The judge kept steering him toward structure, appear in person, decide on counsel, contact the prosecutor, bring proof, obey bond terms. Those are not casual suggestions. They are the path back to credibility. When someone ignores process and argues only from personal logic, that is where sovereign citizen thinking usually fails. Courts run on records, deadlines, and jurisdiction, not private interpretations. In the Michigan case, the opposite happened. Compliance changed leverage. Once the license issue was confirmed resolved, the prosecutor moved to dismiss. Same system, different result. One person reduced risk by becoming current. The other is still trying to catch up to consequences already in motion. That is what many viewers miss. Judges often respond less to speeches than to measurable behavior. Paid balances, valid license, appearing when ordered, handling warrants promptly, those facts speak louder than frustration ever will. Most courtroom trouble does not begin with one dramatic mistake. It grows from smaller choices people think they can fix later.